keyboard mechanical. 100 a minute, I type and that's factual. So I'ma get back at you. Yeah, all of y'all talking about Christmas is magical, but I hope you're encrypted. But I don't even care if it's 256-bit, cause I'ma get past it. Y'all don't know yet I'm bad shit. Better watch out, you better go high. I'm coming to town, you see what I type. No running away, cause I am the character you can't escape. Nobody gon' catch me. None of y'all ever gonna get past me, and no one gonna know what the patch be. Such a bad breach, I'm too nasty. Now I'm coming right for the magic. I hope it was fun while it lasted. Now Christmas is mine, and the fact is you can't patch this. I'm a savage, and now they all call me a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Yeah, the heck I is.
What's poppin', chat? What's crack-a-lackin', chat? It is Decemberverse, which means it is the beginning of Vlogmas as well as Advent of Cyber. So, first of all, if you are new, welcome to the channel. My name is Ariane. I go by the name of Vicious Child on the channel, but feel free to call me whatever you want to call me. I decided I wanted to put a twist on it this year. I've done Try Hack Me Advent of Cyber before. However, I've never documented it. I've never did a walkthrough. I've never did none of that. But I also like to do little mini vlogs. So I decided, why not combine the two? Why not try something new? So here we are. I'm straight off the road today. Like straight off the road. But I was not going to let that stop me from getting this video out today. So I just wanted to do it for fun, and kind of just get back to the community in a different way. So I decided to do a intro video for it, like most people would do for Vlogmas. However, I put a little twist on it, like the Grinch hack Christmas. That's just me. I'm just be creative in my mind like that, and my vision came to life. So shout out to the people that would play a part in helping me with that. But enough talking. Let me get myself situated. Unwind, divine. Let's just get into the challenge. Let's get into the work. And let's get that.
Alright, let's get into it. So if you are not familiar with Advent of Cyber or even Try Hack Me, it is very beginner friendly. So those that are trying to get into cybersecurity or just interested or intrigued on, what you may not like, what you may like, Try Hack Me is the right place to be. And this is the perfect time to kind of get into it for Advent of Cyber, because every day is a new challenge. There's a story with it, and you get to win prizes. So this is some of the prizes you'll get with over 100,000 worth of prizes. So you could get $10, $10 to $100 in swag, a whole bunch of gifts. I would really like that stand up desk, because I need it. But that's pretty cool. You get to do these challenges every day, and at the end of these challenges, you have the opportunity to win some gifts. How cool is that? So we can just walk through it real quick. We can hit complete. I already went through all of this. I just kind of wanted to start from scratch. So if you are new, you can join the community. They have various ways you can join the community. Discord. Yes. We're gonna skip to the important part. Alright. Also, one thing I do want to note, if you want to get into cybersecurity and you're kind of on the fence about it, they are also doing a 30% discount, which I think is pretty cool for $735 a month. That's a steal right there. But just in case y'all was interested, y'all can come over to their website to get 30% off. And this discount is valid until December 31st. Complete. Alright, let's start it. I am not a reader. I kind of ran through it already, so to kind of save y'all the time as well, I'll kind of give y'all a brief overview of what basically this story is. So, in this sense, the Grinch is called the Glitch. And in this case, he is saving Christmas. But there is a bad guy in town, called Mr. Mayor Malware. Mayor Malware. And then we have Mex she or he is kind of like, and from what I can gather, the engineer. So she works in the Sockmas, and basically Sockmas is trying to save Christmas. However, they keep running into these issues, and Mr. Mayor Malware is trying to stop Sockmas this year. So I kind of thought it was a little cool twist to the Grinch story. In this sense, the glitch, is actually the good guy in the story. So I thought that was pretty cool. If y'all ever saw the Grinch, y'all see that the Grinch was the bad guy in the beginning. However, at the end, he saved Christmas, so there is a cool twist to that. So, let's take a look. So, today we are doing OPSEC, Operation Security, and maybe Sackmas music he thought doesn't come from a store. Cool. So, what our learning objectives will be for today is we're going to learn how to investigate malicious link files. We're going to learn about OPSEC and OPSEC mistakes, and we're understanding how to track and attribute digital identities in cyber investigation. So first, before we can do anything, we have to start our machine. With Try Hack Me, depending on how many people are doing the challenge at the time, the machine may take a bit of time to boot up, but if that is the case, we can try coming up here to start the attack box.
10 hours later.
Alright, cool. So we are all good and loaded up. Let's take a look. Our first objective is we're going to learn how to investigate malicious links. So let's take a look. So we have a website. We are going to investigate the website. So what we want to do is visit this YouTube to MP3 converter site via this IP address. I'm gonna do paste and go. Alright, so we have navigated to the YouTube to MP3 converter. So at first glance, this kind of looks legit, looks presentable, doesn't look like anything, in my opinion, that can be wrong unless you're kind of going through it a little bit. We see we have secure file acquisition, we have some submit URL for processing, but we also see that it promises us secure and safe from our experience, which probably isn't likely. I've got a while back, I've gotten a virus from using one of these sites as well when I was not knowledgeable of this. So secure and safe kind of doesn't mean anything. So what we're gonna do is basically, like I was saying before, these websites have been around for a long time, and with those being convenient, there do come bad things that come with it as well. Malvertisement, phishing scams, and even bundleware. So let's say we want to use it to convert a song. They give us a song here from YouTube. Let's use that. Space. Let's try again. Alright. So we can either decide to do MP3 or MP4. We just gonna go with MP3. And then once we have downloaded, we'll navigate to the downloads folder. Let's go ahead and hit download file. Alright. We will minimize that for a second. And this will be in our roots home folder. So we are going to see it right here. And what we want to do is right click that and we will extract it. Alright. Once we have extracted it, we will see two songs. So we see song mp3 and song.mp3. So now we want to go back to our terminal, and locate the files with using MP3. So with file, this will tell us what kind of file it is. So since we are in root, we are going to navigate to downloads and just make sure. New. Let's see. Sound.mp3. What am I doing wrong? Wee. Let's try this again. We'll do this. Okay, so it's really in root. Okay, so we're gonna do file, and then we're going to do download. Actually, we're going to change directory to download. Can y'all tell I am tired? Alright, so now we're gonna and just from looking at the two right here, you see one shows as a .mp3 file, which we can see is highlighted in green, and then there's one that's .mp3 but is not highlighted green. So something is telling me it's up already. But we can continue just to do our due diligence. So we see, oops, see file song.mp3. So this tells us that it is an audio file with ID3 version. MPEG. Let's try. It also tells us the kilohertz of it. It is in stereo in 44.1 and 92 kbps. Let's check this song.mp3. And what do we have here? It is a Microsoft Windows shortcut. It also tells us that it has points to a file and directory. It has a relative patch, and it has a working directory. It has command line arguments. Okay, so just from that, it tells me maybe they're using PowerShell. Maybe it is something that is executable via a command line. Like maybe there's a script. Once that command line is executed, it does something. Just from looking at it, that's what I'm gathering from it. Alright, let's scroll down just a little bit to see what our next step is. We have already looked at file 1, we've already looked at file 2. And most of the time, Microsoft Windows shortcuts are .link files. So, there are multiple ways to inspect this, but we are going to use the EXIF tool that it will tell us a little bit more. So, let's use the EXIF tool. Use song.mp3. And let's see what we get. We get a lot. Let's see. So, like I said, it is a PowerShell script. We could also see it is a .link file. There is something interesting here with that command line argument. So, it looks like this has a download file that navigates to a GitHub user content. That's fishy all right there in itself to me. Alright, so we can see it's a PowerShell script, and they kind of break down what the PowerShell script does. So this -EP bypass nope basically just flags disable PowerShell user restrictions, allowing the scripts to run without interface from security settings. And then the download file method pulls a file from the remote server, and then once downloaded, the script can be executed using the IEX command, which triggers the s.ps1 file. So if we visit the content of this link, what do we get? Let's find out. A glitch. We get the PowerShell script. So I actually like this little ASCII art. It's pretty cool. Glitch. I mean, it's simple, but I like stuff like that. So just from off the bat, just gathering and looking at it, we see created by the one and only M. Dot M. So just knowing the whole storyline of this, whole storyline of the situation, M. Dot M rings a bell just because of the initials. Mayor Malware. Knowing that he's the bad guy as well, I'm already on to something. I already know I'm on to something. I already know. But we can't make no assumptions, and we can't get that just yet. So let's just keep going on with the process and see what we get. So we see the file path for the info file. We just keep looking, see what else we find. We have a C2 URL. So using the invoke web request to send data to the C2 server. Jaka. Farrah Jaka. I'm ready for Christmas. I don't know about y'all. I just love Christmas. So this kind of like making me excited. So this script has been designed to collect highly sensitive information from the victim's system, such as cryptocurrency wallets and saved browser credentials, and send it to an attacker's remote server. That's that C2 server, this C2 URL. All right. So these could be a legit PowerShell script for the same exact purpose, but it looks like they have taken some things out just for educational purposes. Um, and like we said, they signed it off. They signed that script off with created by one and only M.M, which is where OPSEC comes into play. You cannot be a criminal and not be a good criminal. You have to be able to do your little steps and not be traceable. You left your mark plain in plain sight. And if you could keep digging and be a good investigative and detective, you will be found. You will be found. So how do we find this person? So first we're going to search for the source. So there are multiple ways we can continue our investigation through many paths, but knowing that this is a GitHub hosted on GitHub, we can most likely search by the created by the one and only M.M if we wanted to in GitHub. So let's just try that and see what we get from that. Let's see. I'm using a Mac, so like this stuff be confusing me for real. We're gonna just use another screen. Let's see. Let's go to GitHub and we will search created by M.M and see what we get. This probably was an issue. PowerShell version of this. MM. Okay. Okay. I think we found it. Let's see. Is this the same link? The one and only? I think it is the same link. Okay, so we could have either searched this on GitHub or we could have went directly to this link. Let's just see where this takes us. Just for the kicks of it. Just to see if we were on track. Yep, PowerShell version of this. PowerShell version of this, number one. Cool. So once we kind of get through there, we may want to kind of just look through it, see what we find. So just from looking on it, we see hello bloatware. We see some comments. We see a couple of things on it. So let's see. Once we navigate it, if we receive an error, it's because GitHub has a rate limit. If you look through the search results, you can be able to infer the malicious actor's identity. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna increase this a little bit just so we could see. Alright, so the power version of this. Hello, bloatware. I am pretty cool. C++. And would like to use it for Wareville. Okay. So we know that they're in Wareville. My only issue is I'm not good at C++. I'm more comfortable with PowerShell. The code does some interesting things, but likely searching for in browser and sending findings to a C2 server. I love to cross-check my PowerShell version. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, MM. This MM is, I'm putting two and two together, brother, and this sounded like Mr. Malware. Pointers in memory. Cool. I'm guessing this is C2. A file searching the C2 connection. Share your code. Exactly. Da 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 da. This is what currently we have with the malloc and free and pressure. Okay, cool. This looks pretty similar to what we initially saw. Function. So the info to. We see that C2R URL again. Main action. Cool. Hey. Thanks a lot. This would have gone differently. Any different way. I would be running a proper script with malloc. Hybrid and partially break the universe. Okay. Well, let's touch its flare. And okay, cool. So we have did that. This is where we come into OPSEC. So you want to maintain your operational security no matter what you do. If you are a hacker and you're trying to do some malicious stuff, you have to have your operation security to a T. It's like a murderer trying to kill somebody and don't want to get caught. Murder, but you leave the murder weapon down the street from the house that you killed the person in. Come on now, you gotta be smart. If you're gonna be a criminal, you gotta be smart and you gotta make sure your tracks are covered to a T. Don't leave no hints. Don't try to have no scavenger hunt with can you find me. You gotta be smart. You have to be smart. This is where Mr. MM messed up at. So there have been cases where these are how hackers got found because they left digital traces. They didn't think smart. They didn't do much of anything to kind of protect themselves. And they was a dumb criminal. Dumb criminal. If you're gonna be a criminal and you're gonna do it maliciously, you gotta be smart. You gotta cover your tracks and be smart and plan it out to a T to make sure. So for instance, Malphobate admin takedown. So Sasis used, I believe that's how you say his name. Sasis, Alexander Sasis, the administrator of Alphabet, was one of the largest dark web marketplaces. Sasis used the email address pimpalex91 at hotmail.com. Okay, cool. You used a whole different new email address. The email included his year of birth and other identifying information. Step one, where you went wrong. Why not use you gonna go to the center using a fake email, but you gonna use your real birthday? Okay, cool. Then he cashed out using Bitcoin account tied to his real name. Mistake number two. And then he reused the username Alpha02 across multiple platforms, linking his dark web identity to forums. Yeah, okay. So again, OPSEC can get you in trouble. I'll make you a really smart hacker. You gotta pick your poison. And in my case, if I'm gonna do malicious activity, I'm gonna be smart with it. I'm gonna be smart. Especially if it's about money, I am gonna be smart. So, now we're gonna uncover MM. If you've thoroughly investigated the GitHub search results, you have uncovered several clues based on poor OPSEC practices by the malicious actor. So, we know that the actor uses PowerShell, and has allowed us to search for related repositories on GitHub. So we found that actual repository, and then so after that, they left a trace. That OPSEC was horrible. We found the source code. Now what? Now what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's actually go back to our objectives because that will help us a lot. So let's just narrow it down to what we did so far. We learned how to investigate the malicious link from the YouTube to MP3. We learned about OPSEC and OPSEC mistakes. So now we have to understand how to track and attribute digital identities in this investigation. Okay, cool. So, Miss as McSkitty continued digging, a pattern emerged that didn't fit the persona she was piecing together. Whole time, I'm thinking she thinking it's glitch. Let's see. Who's MM? Even though all signs on the website seemed to point to glitch, it became clear that someone else had gone to great lengths to ensure glitch's name appeared everywhere else. Who does not like glitch, and who wants to turn the whole Wareville against glitch? Mr. Mayor Malware, you not slick, butter. You not slick. You ain't slick. Alright, so let's answer these questions and get on by ID. So we looked at the song.mp3. It is now expected we're going to run the exif tool. We're going to run the exif tool against song.mp3. Alright, let's see. To song.mp3. Oops. Let's go back. Let's try this one more time. Exif to song.mp3. And we want to find out the author of the song. So who is the author? Okay, so we don't see author, but we see artist. That's what I'm thinking the author gonna be. So we gonna go with Tyler Ramsey. Boom shakalaka. Alright. The malicious PowerShell script sends stolen info to a CT server. So remember when we saw that C2 URL? I'm gonna go with this because that's the only thing that's a CT URL. Copy that. Place that ga. Boom shakalaka. We on a roll. Who is MM? Maybe his GitHub profile page would provide clues. I honestly don't even need to go to his profile page. But let's just go for the kicks of it because I know who it is. I already know who it is. Let's see. So he don't even have nothing on here, man. Let's see. What is yes. I'm not running that. I'm not running that. You gotta be out your mind. Look, I already know who it is. So I'm not even about to waste my time. Sometimes when you know, you just know, and you save some time just knowing because you know who it is. Let's see if I'm right. Mayor. I'm wrong. Or am I spelling it wrong? Am I just spelling it wrong? Let's see. Mayor Merwell. I think it may be in the introduction. Mayor. Yeah. Duh, Ariane. Duh. I know how to spell y'all for real. I really do. I'm just having it's been a long day. It's been a really, really long day. Yep. Alright, and what's the number of commits on the GitHub repo? I actually saw that when I went to his profile. But we could actually go to this just to make sure we on the right path. And we'll go to code. And we see right here we have one commit. Alright. Of course I love OPSEC, the OPSEC room. What's with all these GitHub repos? Could they hide something else? GitHub have a ton of stuff if you keep lurking. For real. It got a whole bunch of stuff. But this is the end of day 1, and I really enjoyed myself for real. This was really fun. It was pretty straightforward, but it also was actually engaging. Taught you a lot about OPSEC and kind of like the process you have to go through with OPSEC as well. So as we never on through our advent of cyber, I hope you guys join me. I hope you all subscribe to the channel because I will be back tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that, and the day after that. I hope y'all have a great night. See y'all tomorrow, and happy hacking.